That's a tricky combo, grouchy and grumpy. You can handle one, but not both.
I love all the dwarfs.
He loves pitching at home, does James Shields, but he has to love this D behind him. Mike Napoli, robbed by Carl Crawford. Oof, unbelievable. B.J. Upton also made a great catch in this game. Back to Shields, flat out filthy. Just axe Torrey Hunter, who went 0 for 4. Mike Napoli, Shields needed just 70 pitches to get through 7 innings. Brandon Wood, Gary Matthews, Garrett Anderson, all getting the rough treatment. Torrey Hunter again, Casey Kochman, Shields went the distance, 8 strikeouts. Now, John Garland went 8 innings, also just about as good for the Angels, just not good enough. Justin Spire in the 9th, still no score, serves it up to Evan Longoria. For the rookie, his 4th homer of the season, first career walk-off homer, and the Rays win in dramatic fashion, 2-0. They're now 19-16, 3 games over 500 this late in the season for the first time in team history. Back to Shields. He's been unhittable in his last 2 starts at the Trop. Righty has just shut down 2 of the best offenses in the American League in the Red Sox and Angels here at the Trop. He allowed just 3 hits in the last 18 innings at home, and in the process has now tied the franchise record for career shutouts with 2. That's not fun.
Hard to miscount, too. Red Sox Twins, Boston meeting its first place match from the AL Central. Top 5 bases chucked. Sox down 5-2. Mike Lowell doubles off both Bonzer. Dustin Pedroia will score. Poppy as well. Red Sox down 5-4. It's 5-5. 2 batters later, Juan Rincon pitch gets past Joe Mauer. Lowell will score. Beating the tag. Yeah, he's in there. Red Sox take the 6-5 lead. Bonzer, he's not pleased. Got to show better control than that. Bottom 6, same score. 2 outs. Adam Everett. Lions 1 to left center. Delman Young going to try to score all the way from first. He's rounded 3rd, headed for home. Brown-eyed handsome man. Dustin Pedroia's relay throw to the captain, Jason Varitek. Oh, he is out. Watch again. Block the plate, get the tag in. Accurately called. So we go to the 9th, bring on Jonathan Papelbon for the save. 2 out, things going fine, and then, oh boy, we've walked Carlos Gomez. That just screams bad news coming. Next batter, 1-2 count. In Mike Lamb, he's using the lessons learned as an Astro, putting them to use in the Twin Cities. Singles to left, Young scores, Gomez scores. Lamb, walk-off winner, 7-6 for the Twins. Papelbon's 2nd straight blown save, but no water coolers were hurt in the
First meeting since that 22-inning game 3 weeks ago. Hey, John, when did this game end, say, Eastern time?
Say, let's go 4:22. Closes 4:58, home by 5:30, asleep by 6:20.
Jeez.
Just a few of the facts. Yeah. I don't recall much.
Not that you obsess much.
No.
Troy Tulowitzki finally ended that game in the 22nd inning. Back to Friday. Scary moment here in the 3rd. Willie Taveras sends a laser into the seats.
See those line drives.
And Taveras knew as soon as he hit it that it was destined for bad things. And it was. It hit a woman who was sitting in the field level seats, hit her in the chin. She was taken to a local hospital where she received stitches, reportedly in good condition. Her name was not released. In the 8th inning, Rockies up 3-1. Matt Holliday. That's 421 feet worth of thunder, his 6th of the year. And hey, this game ended in just 3.5 hours. Rockies win 4-2. Has time caught up with
Phillies and Giants. NL's MVP, Jimmy Rollins, back in the lineup. Spin left ankle, keeping him out since April 19th. This is Eugenio Velez chopping it slowly. Rollins can't make the play. Randy Wynn races from 2nd in to score. Giants up 2-1, but Rollins, he'll be fine in this thing. Phillies down 4-1. You know, 2-out hits will get you to heaven. And Rollins, big one off Patrick Mish. 2-run shot, 3rd of the year. Phillies down 4-3. He's in good form. He's got more for you. Phillies 2-run lead. Add to it. Carlos Ruiz scores. Rollins 3 for 5, 3 ribs. Phils wins 7-4. Oh, happy day.
One day after Brandon Webb's complete game, Arizona Diamondbacks hitting the road against Ted Lilly and the Cubs. Lilly started this season 0-3, but 2-1 in his last 3 starts. Let's go back to Game 2 of the National League Division Series between the Diamondbacks and Cubs. Ted Lilly gives it up to Chris Young. But then watch this. Look at this reaction from Lilly. I have never seen this. Stupid glove. Lilly said he still thinks about that performance. D-backs ultimately swept the Cubs in that series. Top first, same matchup, first pitch. Lilly finding pitching ain't easy. Chris Young, his 9th of the season, 3rd straight game he's had a tater. Lilly, however, able to control the highest scoring team in baseball after that. Justin Upton, Mark Reynolds, and Chris Snyder all go down. 10 strikeouts in 7 innings for Lilly. Now, 2 outs. First base is open. Dan Herron intentionally walks Reed Johnson to get to the pitcher, Lilly. And look at this. Ted Lilly, not the greatest looking swing, but it is effective. Base knocked to center. Mark DeRosa scores. We're tied at 1. Herron says 9 times out of 10 he'll get Ted Lilly, but not that time. Next batter, Alfonso Soriano, booed in his first 2 plate appearances at Wrigley on Friday, but he comes through here, doubles down the left field line. Johnson scores, and then Derek Lee. It's too high. It's too high.
Too far.
Well, Cubs win 3-1. D. Lee.
Keep going left till you get home. Cardinals and the Crew. Retro Friday in Milwaukee. Albert Pujols has reached basically safely in 36 games this season. That's all of them, and let's add one to that. Oh, behold the power of cheese. 450 feet, a 7th of the season, 1-zip Redbirds. We go to 9, 2 outs. Brewers down 3-2. The bases are truck. But you know what? I feel it's rally time because it is Retro Friday. J.J. Hart singles to center off Jason Isringhausen. Tying run at first. I mean, you could just feel the vibe of Yount, Malter, and Gantner, and great uniforms. Grayman and Benji and Charlie Moore, Simba, all those guys. Gabe the Babe singles to right. Next batter, Jason Kendall. He walks on 5 pitches. Now now the cheese is a bit binding there for Izzy. Ricky Weeks. Be a hero, son. Oh, yeah, that's down, and people are running like they're chasing him. Hardy, Kapler score Weeks' 3rd career walk-off. Izzy blows his 5th save this season. The Brewers win it 4-3. Take the first game of a 4-game set.
Braves visiting the Pirates. Atlanta has won 6 straight coming in. Tom Glavine, however, in the bases-loaded jam in the 7th. He's leading 1-0, but not anymore. Freddie Sanchez, line drive to right. The X-Man, Xavier Nady, Adam LaRoche score. Brian Bixler, however, tagged out at home, but still the Pirates have a 2-1 lead. Top 8. Let's bring in Tyler Yates on in relief, but his first pitch, Jeff Francoeur sends it to right. Mark Teixeira scores, and we're now tied at 2. To the 9th. Home half. Still tied. 2 on for Doug Minkiewicz. That dog will hunt. Singles to right. Bixler gets to 3rd, so we got 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Next batter, Sanchez. Later. Walk-off single. Pirates win 3-2. They've won 4 straight in 5 of their last 7.
Blue Jays, Indians, Doc and Karsten Charles matching up on the mound. Halladay seems to have it. CC still trying to find it, and he certainly did early. He is settled in. Alex Rios goes down. Brad Wilkerson strikes out looking. Sabathia, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned, 9 strikeouts. As for Halladay, David DeLucci. Oh, hello, Uncle Charlie. Johnny Peralta missed there. Bottom 6, Franklin Gutierrez. He hits the ball, not very hard, a little flare. Vernon Welch, good jump, and he's coming hard. Makes the diving catch, but ouch. Rolls over on his shoulder, holds onto the ball. Well, shaken up, left the game, jamming his wrist, feeling tightness in his hamstring. So he's not sure what happened with the wrist. Now, Rod Barajas, he wants the ball outside. Halladay doesn't get it there. Casey Blake conks it. People, location, location, location. 6-1, Indians.
Tigers and Yankees. Kei Igawa making his season debut for the Yankees. Talked about CC not having it. Igawa certainly did not have it.
Absent.
Bottom 3, Pudge Rodriguez gets it past 3rd. Ryan Rayburn comes all the way around from 1st to score. Pudge went 3 for 4. Next inning, Placido Polanco. He singles to left. Rayburn scores again. 6-1 Tigers. I think you can go get him now. Joe Girardi said of Igawa, he could not get his off-speed stuff over the plate. In the 9th, Yankees had scored 3 times on Todd Jones. They elect to walk Hideki Matsui to put the go-ahead run on base. Matsui's 17-game hitting streak was over, and now so too is the game. Shelley Duncan lines out. Tigers hold on to win 6-5. Baseman Richie Sexton suspended 6 games for hulking up against the Rangers and Kaysen Gabbard on Thursday. Gabbard went high, not necessarily high and tight, but there had been a little minor dust-up between these 2 teams earlier before this incident. Sexton plans to appeal, and he was in the lineup on Friday as his Mariners were taking on the Chicago White Sox, who had lost 6 straight on the road coming in. But the Mariners seem to be a cure for whatever ails you these days. Although Jose Contreras uncorks that one. Ichiro scores, and the Mariners' scoreless inning streak is over at 24. However, the problems for Richie Sexson continues. Went 0 for 4 on Friday, although he was robbed there by Brian Anderson. Saves a potential run. Boy, Sexson just cannot catch a break these days. Top 7, Jim Thome, and Thome has done it again. His first homer in his last 14 games. Carlos Silva threw that pitch at 83 miles an hour. White Sox get the win 4-2.
A's, Rangers, Oakland 5-2 in May. Texas 6-2. Chance to climb out of last place. Scott Feldman on the bump. Derek Barton fly ball down the left field line. Brandon Boggs going over to make the catch. He's not going to make the catch. He is going to come in contact with the wall. Slides in there awkwardly. Clearly in a bit of pain. Trainer comes out, take a look, but he's going to stay in because he's a hockey player. Good thing for Texas. Bottom 2. Rangers up 1-0. Boggs to charge into that one off Greg Smith. Yeah, he seems fine. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. Second of the year, Rangers up 2-0, and then more Boggs. I don't know if this is a victory. You kept him in the park. Josh Hamilton, Milton Bradley will come in to score. Boggs' parents are there. Make sure, kids, you know, Mother's Day is coming up. 4-0. Texas pitches its 3rd consecutive shutout. Best run since 1981.
Mother's Day's coming up?
Yeah, Sunday.
First place Marlins looking for a season-high 5th straight win, taking on Tim Redding and the Nationals. Jorge Cantu sneaks one through the right side, brings in 2. Marlins up 3-0. Bottom 5, Redding trying to help out the cause. Oh, well, you know, he's just a pitcher. I mean, it kind of happens to the pitchers. Ryan Zimmerman, now he's a professional hitter. He's used to producing. Cannot produce there. He's frustrated. Ricky Nolasco, 1 run over 6 innings for the Marlins. Luis Gonzalez clears the bases in the 6th. Marlins have won 5 straight, their longest winning streak since 2006. They win on Friday 7-3.
Astros and Dodgers. Brian Moeller making his first start since September 29, 2006. Been a while. Apparently he remembers how to do this thing. Matt Kemp goes down looking. Chin Lung Hao goes down. Moeller 5 strikeouts on the night. Michael Bourne in the 3rd. He's going. Doesn't matter. 16 for 16 stolen base attempts in the season. Kaz Matsui then doubles the right center. Scores Bourne. 3-0. That's just manufacturing runs right there. Jeff Kent hits it hard, but Hunter Pence is there, or there enough. Takes it just off the turf. Moeller, 5 shutout innings. Top 5 Astros up 4-0. There's a man on first 4.
Big Puma!
Lance Berkman, 2-run homers, 12th of the season. Why do they call him Big Puma?
I don't know.
Thought he was a rice owl. Test apparently no squirrel, no monkey. You trying. Number 10, Fred. Purdue, Minnesota, Shannon Stemper. This softball infield blooper. Great diving catch by Kelly Miller. That's what they call boilering up. She boils up. Fortunately, they went down.
We got a softball league here.
Yeah.
Sexson.
People take walks.
Richie Sexson. Been a rough couple days for him. Suspended 6 games for his role in Thursday's brawl. Then he's robbed by the White Sox Brian Anderson.
Sometimes guys hit it the other way. Number 8, Players Championship. Robert Garrigus teeing off on 13. You know what I like about the ace? It's not hard to count to 1. There you go. Although, as I like to say, do that on a par 4 sometime like I do.
Number 7, Flyers Penguins. Peter Sikora, the backhander to beat Marty Baron. Take another look. Oh. But how about Don Cherry's suit? I'm still...
Yeah, very nice. Okay, number 6, ESPN First Take. 6-year-old pretty boy Bam Bam Lawrence. He's sparring there on the show. Look at him. We have it here. He's from the rough and tough south side of Toledo. Later in the program, he just dropped Jay Crawford like a 3-foot putt. Just rolled him.
I saw him in the hallway. Luckily, I had a reach advantage, and I was just stick and move.
Yeah,
at number 5, yes,
nice.
Kobe Bryant. Child's play over Andre Karolinko. More from Kobe later.
Number 4, Phillies Giant Shane Victorino pops up trying to bunt. Jack Passion, look at that. He looks like the gal from Purdue. Everybody's got to have a role model, I guess.
At number 3, Flyers Penguins. Yevgeny Malkin. Barry Melrose calls him the best player in the world. Smacked at the boards by Mike Richards. 10 seconds later, Malkin. Breakaway slapper.
Don't be wrong for standing in front of that thing.
Got guts. Penguins win game 1.
Just make yourself as small as possible. Number 2, Angels, Rays, Mike Napoli, fly ball, Carl Crawford. Excellent defense. That is just fantastic. Love the guys who can cover ground, backhand. There's just nothing wrong with that play at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kobe Bryant.
Bryant put up on the glass for himself. Yes, he did. That was sensational. He took the double team, split it, threw the ball off the backboard, and beat everyone to the rebound.
He's got great ups.